Soka.
Oh boy, oh.
I forgot the switch was over there. Yeah. We'll find one. Alright. Alright, cool. Yeah. Alright, let's go. Let's do this. Huzzah. Hello, doggo. Hola, muchachos. Ready? Switch is all the way over there, so I have to manually elevate this. Cool. It is a Sunday. It is a fun day. And we're getting back into it. I have a fun surprise if it happens, but just know that at any point, some dogs might just be like, "Oh shoot, the people that own us are home," and they might just blast out of here. So, for now, we go forward. Ikuzo. Mayor, peace, Mayor.
Well, I'm so above you, and it's plain to see. But I came to love you anyway. So you turn my heart out, and I don't mind blending. Any old time to keep me waiting. Whoa. I got a love that keeps me waiting. Whoa, I got a love that keeps me waiting. I'm a lonely boy. I'm a lonely boy. Whoa, I got a love that keeps me waiting. Your mama kept you, but your daddy left you, and they should have done just the same. But I came to love you, and I'm born to bleed. Any old time to keep me waiting. Whoa. I got a love that keeps me waiting. Whoa, I got a love that keeps me waiting. I'm a lonely boy. I'm a lonely boy. Oh, I got a love that keeps me waiting. Oh, I got a love that keeps me waiting. Oh. I got a love that keeps me waiting. I'm alone. I got a love that keeps me waiting. Your parents home? Can reach, I can reach.
Thank you. Nobody's home. Damn it. Alright, I try not to get too distracted. But guess what? Alright. He made a bed on the sound foams that I put underneath the door frame. Wait, there's one more. It says, okay, close enough. Hey! Got this. Switch is all the way down there. Okay. I think I had the other one. Okay, here. I'm ready. I'm excited. And optimistic. Phew. Well, this one's the one with the chords, right? Right. When there's nowhere else to run, is there room for one more sun? One more sun. If you can't hold on, if you can't hold on, hold on. I wanna stand up, I wanna let go. You know, no, you don't. I wanna shine in the hearts of men. I want a meaning from the back of my broken head. Another headache, another heart breaks. I'm so much older than I can take. When my affection, well, it comes and goes. I need direction to perfection. No, help me out. Yeah, you gotta help me out. Yeah, put me on the back burner. Gotta help me out. Yeah. And there's nowhere else to run. Is there room for one more sun? It's in me, the cold-hearted boy that I used to be. Yeah, you know you gotta help me out. Yeah, don't you put me on the back burner. You know you gotta help me out. Yeah, don't bring yourself down. Yeah, you're gonna bring yourself down. Yeah. got soul, but I'm not a soldier. 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 Got soul, that I'm not a soldier. Yeah, yeah, you know you gotta help me out. Yeah, yeah, don't you put me on the back burner. You know you gotta help me out. Yeah, yeah, you're gonna bring yourself down. Yeah, yeah, you're gonna bring yourself down. Yeah, yeah, oh, don't you put me on the back burner. You're gonna bring yourself down. Yeah, yeah, you're gonna bring yourself. That's lost, no battle is won. With all these things that I have done. All these things that I have done. If you can't hold on, if you can't hold on, hold on. It was scary spare. You good over there, Doggo? Or is the little buggy things got to you? Or? Anyways. Not getting distracted, okay? Okay. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the beginning of a Sunday morning. Whoa, and if you didn't know, Event Sevenfold is out there with vengeance. When will they start playing? Ooh, very soon, hopefully. Yes, Cerritos, we're back. Oh, and I realized that I'm here behind the thingamajiggy. Hello. We have friends available. Yuki, would you like to say hi? Yeah. So we have dogs. There's one. The other guy's all the way in the door frame. At some point, they're gonna react to their owners coming home, and they're gonna go out there. But for now, they'll just hang out with us. They're not very reactive, except when there's a cat. But hey, to each your own. And with that, it's your voice. Who was your voice? EXP66 Stitch. To Okami-san Stitch. Here with some awesome songs and some good news. Maybe some interesting news. Maybe some disturbing news. We'll get to that right now because this is the news of the week. Cool. And with that, we're going to wish our friend hasta la próxima, which is probably later today. Don't worry about it. We'll get there. But can keep you looking young, help us up forever. What you burn in hell, no peace around. Here we go. Ready? Yosh. It's not your time. But bye. It's set for Final Fantasy, baby. Woo! Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, the series' biggest single player launched on PC. Holy crackerjacks, that's no statement. That's no easy statement, man. Alright. This is by Rihanna Brevin. Rihanna? Non. Brevon. Over at The Gamer. Very cool. Final Fantasy VII's Rebirth PC port is a huge success, as it just peaked at 40,564 concurrent players on Steam. This makes it the biggest PC release for any player single single-player Final Fantasy game and the third biggest or any Square Enix game on Steam. This was spotted by Reset Era user FarsightXR20, who compared Final Fantasy VII's Rebirth's impressive figures with previous releases from the studio. According to figures from SteamDB, the only Square Enix games to have reached higher concurrent player count are Dragon Quest III HD2 Remake and Final Fantasy XIV. Wow. Whoa, so 7 beat 14? Oh, that makes sense. I've never played 14. Damn, man, that's crazy. At the time of the writing, there are 39,377 Steam users playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. The weekend isn't over yet either, so it's very possible that we'll see a peak player count rise too. If manages to surpass even 45,357 players, then it will beat Dragon Quest 3D HD2's remake record. Of course, Final Fantasy VII's Rebirth PC launch also means that the players are able to mod it at long last. A few mods have been shared on Nexus Mods already, mostly focused on the game's performance, as well as a few slight aesthetic changes. This PC launch comes under a little under a year of the game's initial release on PlayStation 5. This was much quicker turnaround than Final Fantasy VII Remake, which took almost 2 years to come to PC. Lord, that is vast, actually. Alrighty, and that's that right there. All that really means, Final Fantasy is good, man. It's here to stay. People like it, and I'm excited. O serio? Baby, don't cry. You had my heart. Least for the most. And that means, well, number one, it took way less than FF7 Remake. Makes sense. It's a PS4 that came to the PC. This is a PS5 game coming to the PC. And I'm assuming that the Square contracts are less salty now. It's a little bit easier. So we'll have to see if that means anything for part 3 when it comes. Damn, I just have to figure that one out. But Final Fantasy VII, man, one of my favorite things, period. And this just keeps on getting good, right? So, man, part 3, they already have like it ready to go. I don't expect much of a wait for part 3. I just kind of am hoping that it's worked on with as much like passion as they started with, because I'm not sure where they're at now with their level or their what's the word, team morale and how that is. But if we're at this close to the finish line, and I believe they're getting ready to start working on more things, Final Fantasy VII is gonna be one of those. I don't know, man. Like, because the OG FF7 really had its peak moment, and it for me it cemented kind of what the new age of gaming would be, and I feel like this not necessarily did the same, but we all looked at it in like expectations, and it fucking delivered, man. And that's not an easy thing when you've been around since 1995, 1996. Yeah, I'm older. 1997. So man, Godspeed. Part 3 coming soon. I don't know. They're gonna re-release like a trilogy, all combined or something, and I'm gonna have to buy it again, and I will, because it's that good, man. I love Final Fantasy. But you know who else is? You know who else who made a movie about love and other things? Robert Eggers to write and direct Labyrinth sequel. Pretty cool. This is by Matt Kim over at IGN. Robert Eggers will follow up his gothic horror movie Nosferatu with a sequel to his beloved classic. Labyrinth. Variety reports that Eggers will write and direct a sequel to Jim Henson's 1986 dark fantasy movie starring David Bowie and Jennifer Connelly. Jennifer Connelly was in... Oh, that's why everybody thinks she's cool. Eggers will be writing the film in this new collaborator with the Northman Sejon. A sequel was previously in the works and with Sinister director Scott Derrickson attached, but no updates since 2023. And it appears that this TriStar and Jim Henson Pictures decided to move forward with the new sequel from Edgar's. Wow. Favorite shows from Nosferatu, The Witch, and more. Originally released in 1986, Labyrinth starred David Bowie as Goblin King Jareth, who kidnaps Conley's baby brother. She ventures into the dark fantasy world to rescue her brother with the help of a gang of Henson puppets. The Labyrinth sequel isn't the only thing Edgar is working on. It was revealed that the director will also be directing a werewolf movie titled Werewolf, with plans for a Christmas 2026 release. Based. And the only known detail is that the movie is set in 19th century England, with dialogue written in the Old English of the time. Hell yes. Presumably someone will turn into a wolf monster at some point. Nosferatu was released last Christmas, and it is a remake of the 1922 silent movie by F.W. Murnau. Set in 19th century Germany, Nosferatu follows a young real estate agent sent to Transylvania to sell his mysterious count, a castle in Germany, only for the dark vampiric nightmares to begin manifesting around him and his wife, Ellen. Sheesh. Nosferatu earned 4 Oscar nominations today, including cinematography, production design, costume design, and makeup and hairstyling. You can read our Nosferatu review. So the Oscars already happened? Wow. Earned 4. Production design, costume design. Oh, cinematography, production design, costume design. Damn. Hell yeah. It was that good. Yeah. I really, as someone who likes taking pictures a lot, as you've noticed within the streams, the gameplay streams, Nosferatu really had the cinematography. So fuck yes. That shit owned. Very cool. And after seeing Nosferatu, and again, giving credit to the cinematography, the design, the set design, just the character, the piece setting, I am super down to see what he has to do in the Labyrinth universe. And if you're telling me, my boy, Jim Henson, back at it like a bad habit, let's fucking go. Okay. But moving on, this is something that's going to be a little bit more bloody. Sakamoto-kun. No, just kidding. I like how freaking Sakamoto-kun has taken over everything, by the way, including Anime Chatter. So go watch that Sakamoto episode 3 review over at Anime Chatter, at Anime Chatter, youtube.com. Good stuff. Warner Brothers Netflix bid for rights to new Resident Evil reboot film. This is by Adriana Hazra over at Anime News Network. The Hollywood Reporter reported on Friday that 4 studios, including Warner Brothers and Netflix, are in a bidding war for the rights to Zack Crager's Barbarian Weapons, new live-action reboot of Capcom's Resident Evil survival horror games franchise. Constantine Film, Constantine Film and PlayStation Productions will produce the new reboot film. Shay Hayton, John Wick Chapter 4, Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead. Nice. Will co-write the screenplay along with director and writer Crager. Sources told The Hollywood Reporter Crager's film will take the title to its horror roots and be more faithful to the initial games, end quote. The film will be the 8th live-action franchise film. Oh, I read that. For the first 6 films in the franchise released between 2022 and 2017, and all starred Mila Jovovich. Resident Evil: Welcome to Raccoon City, the first live-action film reboot in the franchise, opened in the United States in November 2021, and then opened in Japan in January 2022. The film is set in the late 1990s, has a complete original story, and features characters from multiple games in the series. Capcom producer Hiroyuki Kobayashi, Resident Evil 4, Sengoku Basara, supervised the project. Cute. Resident Evil: Death Island, Japanese title, Biohazard: Death Island. The latest CG animated film in the franchise opened in July 2023. I need to watch that. The Strong National Museum of Play in Rochester, New York, inducted the 1996 Resident Evil game into the Video Game Hall of Fame in 2024. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard shipped for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC in January 2017. That was a great year. The game then got released for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series XS in June 2022. The game received a cloud version for Nintendo, blah, 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 blah. This game was the first time I did VR. PSVR. My first real VR experience was Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. I did not come out the same guy. Shit fucking changes you. Alright. And a little bit more, checking over on the other side. Resident Evil in the works for director Barbarian. We said they're Harleen Reporter. They're all trying to get in there. Directed by PS1 Mila Jovovich. Yes. We talked about that. Thank you. Good job, IGN. Good job. What else do IGN has? Internet reacts to Oscars 25 nominations. Let's talk about those movies. You know I like a good film. This one's by Aldel Anchors Range. That's a new person. Over at IGN. Let's go. The Oscars 25 nominations are here. And then the internet is having to say on various snubs. Luaca, Guadagnino's challengers. Oh, for example. Guadagninos. Challengers, for example, failed to net a single nod, prompting fans to serve a loud reaction online. Shortly after 2025 Oscar nominations were unveiled, challengers started retrending on X Twitter as fans of the Zendaya-led sport drama shared their dismay over the movie being shut out by the Academy. Stop. It's not funny, but it's just the idea that it's a fucking movie about not tennis where they fuck each other, but like people are like, oh man, that's my favorite movie, and oh man, it was okay. It was like an interesting film. Whatever. People expressed their surprise with the most of the confusion spiraling from the film's score not getting recognition so many felt it deserved, labeling the snub as ridiculous and, quote, a mistake. No Best Original Score nomination for challengers, Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross is ridiculous. Oh, Trent Reznor, that's from 9 Inch Nails. And Atticus Ross, yeah. Wow. So that's why that song, yeah, they had like a very electric vibe for the soundtrack, which was interesting, right? Cool. Challengers have received numerous accolades during the current award season, including 4 nominations at the 82nd Global Awards, where it ultimately took home the trophy for the Best Original Score. Movie appeared in the music category alongside Conclave, Conclave, The Brutalist, The Wild Robot, Emilia Perez, and Dune Part 2, which barred Dennis Villeneuve's Dune sequel, all earned nominations in the same category at the Oscars. The movie appeared in the music category alongside Conclave. Has a number of accolades during the current award season, include 4 nominations of the 82 Golden Awards, and we took home scored. Oh, okay, I see what you did. Oh, okay. It got 1 at the Golden Globes, and people thought that would be it deserved the Oscar nomination. Zendaya stars in Challengers as Tashi Dukan, a former tennis prodigy turned coach who gets entangled with her husband and her ex-boyfriend, both on and off the court. The tennis tale was widely beloved by fans and critics, film fans and critics, including our own, as it emerged as one of IGN's best reviewed movies at the end of 2024, with Shidhat Alanka in his review calling the love triangle drama, quote, one of the sexiest and most electric of its genre coming out of last year. Spoiler, they're not good people. Well, maybe the husband is kind of okay, but he's kind of like it whatever, just watch the movie if you care. It emerged one of IGN's best reviews movies at the end. Blah, 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 blah. Its high praise was enough to earn it Oscar nominations, but it was only snubbed on the lineup of the 97th Academy Awards. Dune Part 2 received a nod for Best Picture, but there's no shout out for the director in its first perspective category. Denis Villeneuve has not been snubbed as the Best Director nomination for both Dune movies. Do you think that's because it's based on a book? Like, that's an honest question. Stanley Tucci also missed out on a supporting actor nomination in his role of Conclave, while in Conclave, while Angelina Jolie got snubbed in Best Actress for playing opera singer Maria Callas in Maria. Selena Gomez also missed out on an unexpected nod in the Best Supporting Actress category for her work in Emilia Perez. Maria. Angelina Jolie wanted to be Mexican? Okay. Other major films that missed out entirely in Maria include Blitz, Long's Legs, and Furiosa Mad Max Saga. I don't know. Long Legs was kind of interesting, but I don't know, man. It was a little not everywhere. I don't know about Blitz, but Furiosa was kind of cool. Cameron Julie, the camera to acknowledge your talent this time, and for that, I will avenge you. It's likely to be more surprise in store when the Oscars commence in March 2nd, 2025. So stay tuned for the IGN for the latest. Oh, the nominations went up and the actual event happened soon. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's what I can read. So that's what we're at. Oh, this is Challengers, by the way. She's married to this guy who's kind of a beta, but then her ex, who's this guy, who's more of a, I guess, I don't want to say alpha because he really doesn't give off that vibe, but he's more pushier, let's call it. And she's like with him, but things are kind of like meh at the moment because again he's a beta and there's no excitement. And then this guy comes back homeless as fuck. He's like, oh, I'll start in the division so I can get paid and blah blah blah. But it's actually just to get closer to her, and then they start actually, yeah, they're not good people. And I'm pretty sure Tom Holland was like, "You see that movie? No." Spider-Man was like, "Not today, kids." All right, Spider-Man the Sig. All right, moving on. That's enough fun. To something that's pretty cool, man. Let me see if I can fix this camera real quick. Whoa. It's crazy because it gets the eyes, but fuck. Fair enough. And then what's the Yosh. Dish. Very rock. One OK Rock. Be first. Reveal international tours. This is by Adriana Hazra. She likes music a lot. Adriana Hazra over at Anime News Network. One OK Rock tours across 15 cities in North America. Be first. Tours 15 cities globally. The band One OK Rock Beyblade X live action Rurouni Kenshin films announced on the website on Friday that it will tour North America in 2025 to promote their new album Detox. Similarly, the boy group Be First, Baki Hanama, One Piece, Log, Fishman Island Saga, what the hell, announced its first world tour, Be First World Tour 2025. Who is Be First? On Tuesday. What? The fuck? One OK Rock will be performed in 15 cities in North America. May these places. Canada, Seattle, San Francisco, Los Angeles, the Greek Theater. I know that place. 2 days. What? Hell yeah. Pavilion, Toyota Factory, Irvine, Texas. Houston, Orlando for May. Atlanta, Newark, Washington, Fenway, Montreal, Toronto, back to Canada. Oh, and then down to Chicago? What the hell? June 6th, Chicago and Minneapolis, Minnesota. Band also performed in Mexico, Chile, Argentina, Brazil, and Peru in April, and France in July. Be First to perform in 50 cities in the United States, Europe, and Asia. Yosh. Okay. Be First will perform in 15 cities in the United States, Europe, and Asia. There's Novo. This is right next to the. They renamed it, but it was not the Staples Center, but next to the Staples Center. It was the Microsoft Theater. Now it's something else. So who is Be First? It's boy group Be First. Okay. Good job, guys. Have fun out there. And yeah, man, One OK is one of those bands that like really were out there from the beginning. One of the first American bands or Japanese bands that kind of hit the American scene, rock scene. I think most people would know them through that one song, Wherever You Are. At least that's I found them through The End of Time, This Lasts Forever. That one. It's a couple of stuff, but I got into them. I got into a rabbit hole with them. It was pretty damn cool. That was like the iPhone days where you can just buy songs off of iTunes. Or, yeah, iTunes it's called. The iTunes store. The Apple store. Or whatever. iTunes store. Yeah, it was just weird, man. But it was good. Good times. So, huge respect. I will do my best to figure out a day to go with them. That's gonna have to be the May 20-something, May 18th or May 19th over at the Greek Theater. And I am down for that. So, looking forward to that. Hopefully the tickets aren't freaking crazy expensive. But I'll think about it. But hey, you know what you can look forward to. You know what else is gonna be super fucking expensive? Or just expensive? Ixo. Doo-doo-doo. One Piece Lego sets on the way through collaboration with Netflix. Netflix! Of course. More than that, hopefully. Lego, this is by Ryan Dinsta over at IGN. Lego has announced a collaboration with Netflix to release a series of One Piece Lego sets. Quote, coming soon. One Piece collaboration was announced by Lego, with a short teaser trailer below, showing off Lucy's iconic straw hat in Lego form. No release date was announced, but the collaboration will be revealed in the coming month, and it's otherwise promised to release soon. These sets will be based on Netflix live adaptation of the beloved manga series, and not it directly or its anime. That being said, the Netflix show perfectly recreated myriad elements of the source material, so any Lego versions should be fairly close to all of the above. Straw Hats, are you ready for your next adventure? Coming soon. One Piece, Netflix. Damn. One Piece fans are invited to follow the action and embark on their own grand adventure with multiple new Lego sets, inspired by some of the most iconic scenes straight out of the East Blue, Lego said. These sets will feature the main crew as seen in the show for the first time in Lego minifigure form, transporting fans into the heart of action, featuring settings and scenes pulled straight from the screen. Netflix Vice President of Consumer Products, Josh Simmons, emphasized in addition to detail too. Through every detail of the design process, we've worked to meticulously create a collection of playsets that will give fans new ways to live out their own epic voyages into the grand line, one special Lego brick at a time, he said. The live-action One Piece adaptation premiered in 2023, while its second season expected sometime in 2025. It will feature a member of new faces including Lara Abova as Nico Robin, Joe Manganiello as Crocodile, Caritha Kandaran as Miss Wednesday, Katie Segal as Dr. Kureha, Mark Heraclick as Dr. Hiriluk, Sendihil Ramolri as Nefertari Cobra, Brendan Shagre as Brogray, Calgrim Kerr as Smoker, Cameras Johnson as Mr. 5, Clive Russell as Crocus, Daniel Laker as Mr. 9, David Malcollection as Mr. 3, Jazra Jaslyn as Miss Valentine, Julia Ruwald as Tashigi, Rob Collette as Wapul, Tai Teko as Dalton, and Wayner Koitzer as Dory. Jamie Lee Curtis was also long expected to play Dr. Kureha after expressing interest herself, and co-showrunner Matt Owen saying, quote, at this point we're writing for her. Won't appear in season 2 after all. Wow. Rip. Oh, because she did Borderlands and then and then didn't go well maybe. But interesting. This is the thing. This is a thing. This is a real thing. I thought that would be a picture, but alright. I don't want to do that. It's just interesting because not only is this a collaboration process event thing, but it's Netflix specifically. So Netflix is now able to do deals with third Lego parties, and that's kind of weird because like we'll get into it and it's gonna be a later topic, or I can jump into it now if I can find it. We'll get into it. But man, you're telling me that you can now market the products or the IPs of products that don't even belong to you, man. Holy shit. Which I get it. I guess they put in the money to make it all happen and all that. But it's like they've found a way to game the system to another level. And to that, I'm slightly impressed, but mostly butthurt, I guess, that like this is what it took, and that they're going this way. They're going this route when they're still gonna be like assholes about the pricing, and we'll get to that later. So that's all I'll say for now. But for now, if you like One Piece, if you love One Piece, and if you like Legos, then you have an option to buy One Piece Legos. And at the end of the day, if that is what matters most to you, or a grand lined amount of people, so be it. But I wanna know, because let me tell you, there's only one person who in his brain, and his name is Elon Musk. Because freaking saluting like a potato face in the face of our democracy. Elon Musk admits to cheating in Path of Exile 2 and Diablo 4 amid fake gamer controversy. The Tesla CEO claims everybody at the top of the leaderboards uses account boosting. This is by Ethan Gotch over at Kotaku. They say money can't buy you happiness, but it can buy you endgame characters in Diablo 4, Path of Exile 2, and other games. It's known as account boosting, and is technically considered cheating in most games. And it's something Elon Musk has finally admitted to after being called out by various YouTubers, including Zach. The revelation came in DMs he seemingly exchanged with Nico Rex, which were subsequently shared in a video published by January 18th titled, quote, addressing all the Elon Musk drama in PoE 2 with Elon Musk via Forbes. In it, Nico Rex shared screenshots of DMs exchanged with Musk, which the tech billionaire apparently said were okay to publish. During the conversation, Tesla CEO admitted to using account boosting complete in Path of Exile 2 and Diablo 4's endgame, but said there was nothing to apologize for because everyone's doing it. Okay. Who? Addressing all the Elon Musk drama of PoE with Elon Musk. Have you ever lived boosted? Quote, have you ever lived boosted? Had someone else play on your account and or purchase gear resources to PO2 Diablo 4? Asked Nico Rex. Musk responded with a 100% emoji before adding that, quote, it's impossible to beat the players in Asia if you don't, as they do. The richest man in the world noted that he's appeared in multiple streams where it's really him playing the games, but defended using account sharing to boost his character despite never being transparent with people that this is what he was doing. Account boosting is commonly in online multiplayer games, but also frowned upon by many, including game makers themselves, who explicitly ban such activities in their terms of service. While it can be hard to prove that a player paid someone else to level up their character, and grind for power to hard to get gear, account sharing for any reason is technically banned in both Diablo 4 and Path of Exile 2. Quote, regarding PoE 2, was it your intention to take full credit for leveling your HC characters? Asked Nico Rex in one screenshot. No, responded Musk. Never claimed that. The top accounts in Diablo or PoE require multiple people playing the account to win a leveling race. And if he would apologize to the Path of Exile 2 community for misleading them, he replied, quote, what would I be apologizing for? End quote. Just for my personal pride, I'd like to state that the father of my children was the first American druid in Diablo to clear about Tior of Zir, and then in that season as the best in the USA. He was also ranking in Polytopia and beat Felix himself at the game. I observed these. What the fuck do I get? Downplaying confessions comes in the context of Musk promoting himself as a hardcore gamer for years, from sharing clips from playing Elden Ring, which were mocked for bad builds, to community leader builds placements for certain Diablo 4 dungeon runs. He even spoke at length in recent Joe Rogan podcast episode about his lifelong love of gaming and his virtues for testing and for focusing the mind. Of course, that appearance also included a low-key claim that Musk was quietly one of the best Quake players around back in the day. A genuine all-star of the classic PC shooter claimed that Musk, quote, wasn't very good, but still an OG. Musk might have continued his apparent charade of promoting himself as a top-tier obsessive gamer, able to play dozens of hours a week between high-profile meetings with newly inaugurated President Trump and running 3 major tech companies, including one that launches expensive rockets into space that occasionally blow up. If not for a particularly bad streaming performance earlier this month, YouTubers, including Zach, immediately called Musk as a phony. What? Even his ex-musician Grimes came to his defense over the weekend. Even his ex. Musician Grimes came to his defense over the weekend, though it didn't seem to help. His ability to quiet his gaming critiques have so far proven much less successful than his ability to influence U.S. national politics. His gaming critiques have so far proven much less successful than influence. Damn, that's a statement. Even his ex-musician Grimes, who the fuck is Grimes, came to his defense over the weekend, though it didn't seem to help. Here and anywhere. I saw something interesting. Nope. Alright, that's fine. Alright, well, not much to say there. Integrity. Okay, there's a quote out there that I like. I don't know who said it, but someone said it. Basically, simple. How you do anything is how you do everything. Period. So, does it shock me that someone who probably spends his life paying other people to do work that he takes credit for is paying other people to do work that he will take credit for? No. Am I offended as a quote-unquote hardcore gamer that this guy is going around calling himself a gamer or whatever? No, not really. No, not really. But this kid clearly has some history, though, right? If he's played Quake back in the day, then that means yes, he has an understanding of computers. He has an understanding of games. No shit, Sherlock. He works in a tech company, and while he may not be the best gamer, which and clearly that might be something of influence from the annoying orange president. As he, they just kind of like, oh yeah, I did that, even though they didn't do shit. Gaslighting, I guess is the best way to say it. But whatever, man. Just whatever. Whatever. You got money. Do whatever. Give the money to someone else so that you can fucking enjoy your fucking game. Moving on. Because Final Fantasy VII, because things get bad out there. Final Fantasy XIV director Yoshi P threatens legal action against stalking mod. This is from Syed Ahmed over at IGN. In early 2025, a Final Fantasy mod sparked stalking fears. Ahmed reports it was able to scrape hidden players' data, including details like character information, retainer information, any alternate characters linked to Square Enix account, and much more. The mod named PlayerScope allow users to track specific player data of anyone in the vicinity of the person using it. This information is then sent to a centralized database managed by the mod author, no matter if you're looking for a specific saber or just having to be around other players, and tracks information that players would usually not be permitted to see via in-game tools. Specifically, the mod offers on content ID and account ID, which can be used to track players across characters. This was done by manipulating the content ID system introduced in Dawntrail's expansion, which in turn let players blacklist others across their service account and multiple characters. The only way to prevent your account data being scrapped by the tool is to join a private Discord channel for PlayerScope and opt out. Theoretically, every single Final Fantasy XIV player who is not in the Discord channel is having their data scrapped. Obviously, this is a significant privacy risk, and the community has been vocal in its response. Quote, "The purpose is obvious, to stalk people," one commenter noted on Reddit. Several weeks ago, the mod author posted on Discord that the plugin was found on GitHub, which led to an explosion in popularity. Due to the terms of service in violation, PlayerScope has not been removed from GitHub, but it was allegedly mirrored on similar websites, Gita and Gitflick. IGN has verified that a PlayerScope repository no longer exists on either alternative platform. Theoretically, the mod could still be circulating in private communities. Final Fantasy's producer and director Naoki Yoshida has now issued a statement on Final Fantasy XIV's official forum regarding third-party mods, clearly referencing the emergency PlayerScope. The statement reads, quote, We have confirmed that there exist third-party tools that are being used to check Final Fantasy XIV character information that is not displayed during normal gameplay. The tool is being used to display the segment of the Final Fantasy XIV character's internal account ID, which is then used in an attempt to further correlate information and other characters on the same Final Fantasy XIV Traverse account. Cool. The development and operations teams are aware of the situation and the concerns being raised by the community and are discussing the following options: requesting that the tool in question be removed and deleted, pursuing legal action. Aside from the character information that can be checked in-game and or on the Lotus Stone, we have received concerns that personal information registered in the user's Square Enix account, such as address and payment information, could also be exposed with this tool. Please rest assured that that is not possible to access this information using third-party tools. Quote, we strive to offer and maintain a safe environment for our players, which is why we ask everyone to refrain from using their third-party tools. We also ask that players do not share information about third-party tools, such as details about their installation methods, or take any other actions to assist in their dissemination. Use of third-party tools is prohibited by the Final Fantasy XIV user agreement, and their usage could threaten to the safety of players. We will continue to take firm stance against their usage. While the use of third-party tools is prohibited in Final Fantasy XIV, the likes of Advanced Combat Tracker is regularly used by the game's rating community and cross-referenced using websites like FFlogs. Yoshida's legal threat, however, is a significant step up in the rhetoric. The FF14 community responds. The Final Fantasy XIV community has responded to Yoshida's statement in damning fashion. One user said, quote, fixing the game to break the mod isn't on the list of options they're considering, I see. Another player added, quote, or you could just see how to not expose information on the player's client side. Of course, this means extra work, which they did not plan for. But is Final Fantasy XIV really such a tight schedule that and budget that they can't deal with these things properly? Question. Quote, kind of disappointing statement that really fails to acknowledge the root cause of the problem. Quote, the person said, the author of Player Scope has yet to respond. I'm a little confused. Why are the people mad at this? Because like, it's like something that they should have never created, but someone hijacked to like be even shittier, and now they're mad that the people are using their system to like benefit. I don't know. I don't play Final Fantasy XIV, but I get it. Like, you could hypothetically bump into somebody and then be like, oh shoot, I know this person, like this is like their streamer account, and you can fucking find your other accounts and you can stalk them. And that's terrifying. Holy shit. But it is just like more of the real world, or the shitty parts of the real world being dragged into the digital world. So that's just something to keep in mind. Damn, man. Stay safe out there. It's not cool. Not cool, dudes. But you know what else is not cool? Not cool at all. Anime Studios Production IG, Signal MD, to merge with Signal MD being dissolved. No bueno. It was by Chris Hodgins over at Anime News Network. Merger to take effect on June 1st. IG Port announced on Friday that it is merging with Production IG and Signal MD Anime Studios, with Production IG becoming the surviving company and Signal MD being dissolved. The merger will take effect on June 1st, which marks the start of a new fiscal year for the companies. Both studios are subsidiaries of IG Port. As a merger between two subsidiaries companies, there will be no transfer of stock, money, or their assets. IG Port stated that the reason the merger was effectively use the management resources of both companies to improve the profitability of the overall group. IG Port added that there will be no changes in the Production IG's name, address, business activities, or representatives. The company did not mention that what will happen to Signal MD's management or employees. IG Port established Signal MD in October 2014. Katsuji Morishita served as the company's inaugural president. The studio's current president and representative director is Tatatoshi Chino. Signal MD has produced such animes as Napping Princess, The Wonderland, Recovery of MMO Junkie, The Fist Hunter, The Fire Hunter, Demo, and Mario Keys. Words bubble up like Soda Pop, Cyborg 09. I'm glad it could keep running. At the beginning, oh look at that. Kimi Dake Motedainai. Motedainda. Ish. Platinum End. Kuzuna no Ale both seasons with Studios Dragons. That's gonna be copyrighted right away. Um, no Ali's Dragon Ghost House Hunting, Fate Grand Order, movie Divine Realms, Camelot, Ninja, most companies Ninja Starry Blade anime. It's 7 Studios producing the ongoing Shin Nakalian Change the World anime alongside production IG. IG Port is a parent company of productions IG, Signal MD, Wit Studio, and Mag Garden. Damn. Okay. So out of those four, this one has to go into IG. So that's just resources management, and obviously, or they probably didn't have a good vibe there, so they needed to reestablish what they were doing there. All right, I guess that's really hard for the people who things are gonna be different for Signal MD with them being dissolved. Hopefully, if there's any consolation, hopefully that means that production IG will have more talent in its hands and they can focus on just creating better things, more inspired things, and whatnot. Very cool. So here's hoping that whatever IG pops up in the future, we can have fun with that. Go. But you know what else is fun? Woo! Remember how we were talking about Netflix being like money grubbing people when it comes to now being able to sell out One Piece through their collaboration? Netflix announces yet another price hike as it adds record number of new subscribers. Reports suggest the ad-supported tier would rise to $79.99 a month. Jesus Christ, I'm already fucking paying like $25. What the fuck is wrong with you people? That's Repco Valentine or IGN. Netflix just had a quarter record of a new subscriber growth, crossing 30 million subscribers milestone once again. To celebrate the milestone, the company has announced yet another price hike on most of its plan in the US, Canada, Portugal, and Argentina. In today's full year's 2024 earnings, Netflix reported that it ended the fiscal year with 30 million paid subscribers, and a quarterly record of 19 million in Q4, and up a record 41 million for the full year. This is the last quarter that Netflix will report subscriber growth, though the company claims it will continue to announce paid memberships as we cross key milestones. Accompanying these records, however, was a tiny asterisk rating in a letter to the shareholders. Netflix is raising its prices yet again. Just a little over a year after its last price increase in 2023, it also raised its prices in 2022. On the average, raised them roughly $1 to $2 a year before going all the way back to its first price hike in 2014. A year before that, go all the way back to its first price hike in 2014. Shit. Cool. As we continue to invest in programming and deliver more, we continue to invest in programming and deliver more value for members. We occasionally ask our members to pay a little more so that we can reinvest in further improving Netflix. The company said it was in its shareholder letter. Quote, to that end, we are adjusting prices today across most plans in U.S., Canada, Portugal, and Argentina, which was already factored into the 2025 guidance that we provided in October 2024. Notably, the letter did not clarify exactly what these price hikes would entail. Both Wall Street Journal and Bloomberg are reporting that the ad support tier is going from $6.99 to $7.99. Standard ad fee will rise from $15.49 to $17.99 per month, and our premium tier will go from $25.99 to $22.99 to $24.99, $25. The company has also announced a new extra member with ads plan, which per Bloomberg at WJS lets individuals on an ad-supported plan to add someone outside their household to an existing plan with an additional fee. Previously, extra members were limited to standard or premium plans. Overall, Netflix's revenue for the quarter was up 16% year over year to $10.2 billion, and its annual revenues were up also by the same percentages to $39 billion. The company is forecasting between 12 and 20% year over year growth in 2025. Jesus fucking Christ, man. It's not even 10% anymore. They're going for fucking 15. Jesus Christ. Yeah. And it was the age of pirating. I think the most ironic shit out of all this is that Netflix, like, producing a pirate show and being like, fuck you guys, we're gonna charge you up your ass. And oh man, I don't know. I would love to not. I don't know. It's over. It's time to be the pirate. Yo ho ho in a bottle of rum. Because Crunchyroll confirms some login credentials were posted on social media. States there is no evidence its systems were compromised. It's by Crystal Hodgins. Hello, Crystal. Thank you for your help. Over at IGN. Just kidding. It's Anime News Network. Crunchyroll spokesperson released a statement to Anime News Network on Friday after rumors spread on social media on Thursday that many usernames and passwords of Crunchyroll premium subscribers were allegedly posted on social media. Crunchyroll's full statement reads, "We are aware that the login credentials of several streaming services, including Crunchyroll and Post Media on social media, have resolved the issue. We have secured the affected accounts and investigated the situation to determine there's no evidence that the Crunchyroll systems have been compromised. Crunchyroll encourages subscribers to diversify and change passwords regularly and to keep them confidential. For any questions regarding account security, visit our service help page." On Thursday, the now deleted post on X Twitter from user @TheRealWilson. Nice. Allegedly featured, I hope it's volleyball, featured lost in the sea. List of usernames and passwords from Crunchyroll's premium accounts. Several accounts with the X Twitter then stated that they saw their usernames and passwords on the list, although ANN could not verify this information. The @TheRealWilson account on X Twitter has since been suspended. Whoa! Wilson! Fair enough. Man, oh man. You know, when I was a lad, I was like, hey, this kid just fucking played Naruto on PS3, and they fucking beat the shit out of this kid called Pain. I'm behind. I need to watch Naruto. And you Google watch Naruto. It was like in 2012, I don't know, 2010 maybe, fuck. And one of the things that popped up was Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll was doing their thing, right? Man, how far we've come. Be big enough to be bought out by Sony, to be part of their fucking PlayStation Network, just so we can get hacked. There's no place safe in the universe of digital landscapes. Of course not. But whatever. We'll figure it out. I don't even know what the fuck that means. But hopefully everybody's okay. Nobody's credit cards gets swiped or nobody gets sent out, blah, blah, blah. Man. It's time for the Great Pirate Era to be. We're gonna have to go there soon. I might get there. Because Capcom experimenting with generative AI to create hundreds of thousands of unique ideas needed to build in-game environments. Okay? Capcom is experimenting with generative AI to create the hundreds of thousands of ideas needed in-game environments. As video game developer costs rise, publishers increasingly looking for controversial AI tools to speed up work and cut costs. Call of Duty reportedly sold an AI-generated cosmetic for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 in late 2023, and fans accused Activision of using generative AI again for the loading screen last year. EA said that in September that AI was the very core of its business. In a new interview with Google Cloud Japan, Kazuki Abe, a technical director at Capcom who has worked with huge titles like Monster Hunter World and Exo Primal, explained how the company experimenting with implementing AI in its game development process. He says, quote, "One of the most time-consuming, labor-intensive parts of the game development is coming up with hundreds of thousands of ideas," Abe explained via automation. He added designs of things like television required their own unique designs, logos, and shape, including used ones. We ended up having to use hundreds of thousands of ideas to continue. Multiple proposals are needed for the thousands of tens of thousands of all these kinds of objects per game, and each proposal includes illustrations needed to communicate the idea that the art director and artist are all, as well as text, Abe explained. Seeing room for efficiency improvements, Abe created a system where the generative AI could read various game design documents, and an AI could output the ideas, enhancing development speed, efficiency, delivering feedback for itself in the process, and further refining output. His prototype, which taps into multiple AI models such as Google Gemini Pro, Gemini Flash, and Imagine, has apparently received positive feedback from internal development teams. The results of implementing the AI model would ultimately reduce costs significantly, end quote, compared to doing them all by hand, while also improving quality. Right now, Capcom's experimentation with AI models appears to be limited just to this system, leaving other aspects of game development, such as ideation, gameplay, programming, and character design, firmly in the hands of humans. Cool. Alright. Well, we're gonna have to get into it eventually, right? So AI was gonna always be something that we developed, something that gets more studied. If it can save them money, then they will put in money into it, which is the most ironic piece of shit you can come up with. But hey, Capcom has always been a leader in technology, right? They're the first time I played PSVR was Resident Evil 7, and Capcom has always been pushing forward the technology or actually matching Sony's freak when it comes to technology levels and output. So if Capcom says, look, we're going to use this to come up with designs, we're going to use this to make the environments pop, we're going to use this to help inspire or help make things efficient, but without removing the artistic intent, design, passion. And I believe them. At least for now. Because in a universe where like multiple companies are starting to hit the fan, hit the shit's hitting fan, and shit the bed while shit is hitting fan, Capcom has been probably the only one that has always been there and has always like matched the expectations that people needed it to match. So, Capcom, Godspeed, take care, and I'll see you soon. But you know who we're not going to see? God of War multiplayer game and more canceled following Concord flop. This is by Ethan Gotch over at Kotaku. Questions about Sony's live service plans continue to mount. The company confirmed 2 games were canceled at Bend Studio and Bluepoint Games, responding to a report by Bloomberg that PlayStation 5 maker had canned 2 projects that were part of the company's ongoing multiplayer push. Neither studio will be closed, but layoffs could still be on the way. One of the games was reportedly a live service spin-off to the hit God of War franchise. The games were killed following a recent internal review. A Sony spokesperson confirmed to Bloomberg. Ben and Bluepoint are highly accomplished teams who are valued members of PlayStation Studios family, and we are working closely with each studio to determine what are the next projects. The person said they also said that Sony will continue to make both single player and multiplayer games. Bloomberg Point was a live service God of War spin-off. Bend Studio is best known for the open world zombie shooter Days Gone, while Bluepoint, acquired by Sony as recently as 2021, was responsible for the recent well-received PS5 remake of Demon's Souls. While neither project was officially announced, previous leaks suggested Ben was working on a multiplayer game with a military shooter aesthetic. Alleged images from the game appeared online last month before taken down by Sony via DMCA notice. Prior to Days Gone, Ben was best known for the espionage shooter series, Siphon Filter. Cancellation of Bluepoint's God of War spin-off, meanwhile, would make it the second highest profile live service project based on a major PlayStation franchise to be killed in recent years. Back in 2023, Sony also shut down a highly anticipated Last of Us multiplayer game called Last of Us Online. Naughty Dog claimed at the time that the decision was not to move forward with the project was because the studio didn't want to become solely obsessed with maintaining a live service game, as arguably happened with Bungie in recent years. Back in 2023, then PlayStation CEO Jim Ryan promised 12 live service games by 2025. You suck. Over half of those have now been reportedly cancelled or, in the case of Concord, unreleased. The over 200 million flop has seemingly been part of a major internal re-evaluation of Sony's multiplayer development strategy. While Helldivers 2 turned out to be one of last year's biggest surprise hits, the live service push so far yielded many more failures than success stories. For now, multiplayer spin-offs with the sci-fi open-world action series Horizon Zero Dawn appear at some point of the few left standing within Sony's first-party portfolio, which is currently led by the former head of the studio that made the series. Herman Hulse, the Monster Hunter-style multiplayer Horizon spin-off and made a possible MMO, are both believed to be currently in production and potentially nearing the release in the next year or two. Wow. Okay. Singing me and a man. Well, we've talked about this. We just talked about this, and it was. Who wanted this, man? Who wanted this? At the end of the day, who the fuck wanted this? CEOs, investors, and fucking bank accountants, or whatever bullshit you want to put on there. We used to have ideas. We used to have dreams, visions, a story to tell. And we used to put in the effort, put in the work to bring these tales to life. It would be because of the stories that we had to tell, because of the lessons we had to learn, that these stories became more than just a weekend, more than just a playthrough, more than just a game. And then they started focusing on money. They started focusing on profits. You start focusing on how is this fucking cow gonna make me money. And you kill the very thing that people fall in love with. I'm worried. To an extent, I'm worried. The writing is on the wall. Team morale is at an all-time low. Shuhei Yoshida has just stepped down as international production guy or whatever. Whatever era of Sony or PlayStation this is, kill it. End it. Fuck this shit. Get the fuck out of there, whoever is in the fucking boardrooms and all that. You need to, obviously that is what they're doing. That is what we're doing here. But like, fuck, man. Get the fuck out of there, man. It's not about the money. It's about the fucking stories that you tell, man. It's about the spirit that you put into these fucking titles. It's about the dream, the hope of a better ending. And you guys all shit on that, you know? Fucking tax-free BS that you guys shit on. And look where it gets you. I don't know what's gonna happen, man. I don't know if we'll ever get the old PlayStation back. I am slowly mentally in the mindscape of already getting mentally prepared to transition into PC. PS5 Pro might be the last console I buy, because I know PS6 isn't really there's not gonna be much of excitement from the PS5 Pro to the PS6. Oh, and obviously that's gonna change when it comes out, but like I need to see that they actually still got the stuff before I buy a fucking box, and that thought process is why they're fucked. Cause I know I'm not the only one. I know the PS5 Pro didn't sell well, and I know PCs are only getting better, faster, cheaper, and more accessible. So the writing's on the fucking wall. If you want to keep on continue being a little bitch and fucking ignoring the people that made you who you are, fucking go for it. I'll miss you. You were cool. Now fuck off. I know, seriously though. Get your shit together. I have a tattoo, and I don't regret the tattoo at all. I just regret the people who destroyed the image. Alright. Finally, let's get into the nitty gritty. It's about to get serious. You see Sakamoto? He's getting ready to snipe you out. 41% developers in 2025 GDC survey impacted by layoffs. 11% experience layoffs. This is by Ariana Hajra. Ariana, you've been the GOAT today. Reporter of the Year. Writer of the Year. The Game Developers Conference, GDC, released the results of its 13th annual State of the Games Industry on Tuesday, and revealed that 41% of game developers surveyed were impacted by layoffs in the last 12 months, meaning they were laid off, their colleagues were, or other teams or departments were. That is higher than the 35% from last year's survey conducted in October 2023. Of developers surveyed this year, 11% reported being laid off themselves, with highest impact being in a narrative field. Whoa, no! With 90% of respondents. That's like the best fucking part. AI motherfucking bullshit. No! Fucking scripted AI scripts. No! Business and finance saw the least prominent layoffs. With, of course, because you're fucking here generating money. With 6%, while 19% of developers reported that there was no reason given for any of the layoffs at the company. When asked their opinion on casual factors, the most frequently mentioned were COVID era overexpansion, rising production costs, declining player interest, unrealistic expectations for the quote next big hit, and poor leadership and mismanagement. Unity and Unreal engines are the most used game engines this year, with 32% of developers using each. 13% of developers stated that they use proprietary or in-house engines. The highest percentage of developers reported making content for PC for the current project at 80%, up from last year's 66%. 38% of developers reported working on content for the PS5, 34% of Xbox Series S and S, 20% for the Nintendo Switch, 8% for the Nintendo Switch 2, 16% for games on browsers. Mobile games development has increased 5% over last year's results. 29% of developers stated that they are currently working on games for Android and 28% for iOS. Similarly, developers planned to develop the PlayStation for the next project. 33% of the Xbox, 20% for Switch, and 20% for Switch 2. Respondents who chose other as their platform they'd be interested in developing content for. 44% of them listed the Steam Deck as the platform they're interested in. Last year, 32% of all overall respondents said the Switch successor was the platform that most interested them. While only 8% of developers stated that they were actively developing for the upcoming console. When it comes to use of generative AI, 64% of developers reported that their companies have implemented an internal policy for its use, up from 51% of developers who said so in the 2024 survey. 78% of developers that work at AAA studios stated that their companies have implemented internal policy regarding generative AI. 13% of developers have stated generative AI is having a positive impact on the industry, down from last year's 21%, with a 12-point increase from 2024. 30% of developers stated that the generative AI is having a negative impact on the industry. Jesus. 60% of developers... Oh, but it went down with everybody. Hey. 60% of certain companies not allow use of generative AI, and 9% said it's mandated in their workplace. Last year, 12% of developers said companies not allow use of generative AI, while only 2% said it is mandated. The majority of developers this year think that the company's DAI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, and accessibility efforts have been at least slightly successful. At 71%, 51 stated the same about the company's sustainability efforts, while they express varying levels of comfort and understanding in implementing accessibility. Measured in the games, 80% of developers personally expressed some level of comfort, while 57% of developers reported working for 40 hours per week or less. 13% of developers stated are working more than 51 hours per week on average, up from 8% last year. The survey asked more than 30,000 game developers about their work in their industry, and the report surveyed developers from 86 countries, but a majority of respondents, 58%, were in the United States, and stated some responses in the survey may overly represent the experiences of developers in the West and may not always reflect the views of the global community at large. The Game Developers Conference will be held at Moscow Convention Center in San Francisco from March 17th to 21st. Wow. 2025 State of Game Industry. Interesting. So we're here. Project, people are working on things. Switch successor. Okay, Androids, PlayStation Plus, Xbox Game Pass. Very nice. A lot of information. It seems like things are getting rough out there, but oh man, I need to know what the AI guidelines are. What does it mean? What are the companies saying? Is it like overtaking the creativity and all that? But this is the way things are going, man. This is where we're at. This is how our numbers are looking, and obviously some things go forward, some things go back, and we'll just have to hope that things get better, right? Things get better in the future. But you know what else is in the future? Nobody says it's gonna be better, but let's find out. Assassin's Creed Shadows director says recent delay was to polish parkour, especially on super complex roofs. It's by Rebecca Valentine over at IGN. Assassin's Creed Shadows expect to launch March 2020. Oh, sorry. Assassin's Creed Shadows expected to launch March 2025 after multiple delays, and most recent was only by a month, which doesn't seem like much to change anything significant. So why did Ubisoft push the game? According to the game director, roofs. At a recent preview event for Shadows, we spoke with game director Charles Benoit, who confirmed that the month delay was mostly about polishing, and did not change any big systems. The team did update, a couple things in progression to make it more engaging, also balancing a bit more. But the main feature that needed extra tweaking was a parkour system, which Benoit says was running up against an obstacle unique to feudal Japan. The Japanese architecture, the roofs are super complex, he said. Probably the most complex thing that I ever worked with. And if we compare it to Odyssey and Syndicate, we need specific codes for specific animations to support something super fluid, changing the transition of the parkour to make it even more fluid. So that's one specific feedback that we heard that we wanted to address. And it really improved since the last few months. Animus Hub screenshots. Assassin's Creed Shadows was originally planned for release in November 2024, but was pushed to February 2025, and then again to March, with the company citing player feedback as a main reason for the delay. Oh, damn. Fair enough. Long-awaited Assassin's Creed Infinity, which appeared in Animus Sub. Fuck it. Oh, not too long, right? Okay. And last but not least, it was by Rebecca and Alessandro Filari. We finally know what Assassin's Creed Mysterious Infinity is. Alongside previews for Assassin's Creed Shadows going live today, Ubisoft offered detail on a new feature for all future Assassin's Creed games called Animus Hub, which seemed to be previously reported by Assassin's Creed Infinity. In a presentation from Ubisoft that IGN attended, Ubisoft revealed that Animus Hub, effectively a starting point from which games such as Assassin's Creed Shadows can be launched. However, Ubisoft was adamant this was not simply another game launcher, but rather a feature embedded in Shadows that will also be integrated into future games, such as the upcoming codename Hex, or codename Invictus. The Animus Hub will be split into a number of sections, one of which will be include direct paths to opening not just the main campaign of Assassin's Creed Shadows, but also other Assassin's Creed games, and if they're owned and downloaded on the system. This current PS5 has every freaking Assassin's Creed game downloaded. There are also a project section which will feature ongoing content, including new narrative missions tied to game's new modern-day story, with free rewards baked in for Assassin's Creed Shadows. No content is expected to be released regularly through Shadows' post-launch period. Ubisoft plans to tell an ongoing story to the Animus Hub that will extend into future Assassin's Creed releases and will take place in the near future to facilitate that progression. The story begins in Shadows and is framed by a long-time Assassin's Creed villainous organization, Abstergos, which in the lore of the game has released a version of Animus for public use. The player's version of the Animus in the story will involve an unexpected touch of rebellion. While this is perhaps a bit different from what we imagined when Infinity was first discussed, it's not entirely similar. From what Activision has been doing with Call of Duty, whose hub serves as a platform tying Battle Royale Warzone to whatever the latest Call of Duty is. Previews against Saturday. The game is expected to launch on March 20th, 2025, after a recent delay out of February. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what that's all about. I pre-ordered a collector's edition on that. Okay. Assassin's Creed, for me, will always be that moment in time that really cemented things, that pushed things forward, and that gave me like a specific outlet's not the right word, but a place to find myself in the grand scope of history. All that really means is that I was not the most enthusiastic of historical books and stuff growing up, and getting into Assassin's Creed and playing the games and picking up on things that happen. I've always been interested in history. It's just it wasn't until Assassin's Creed that the history was presented in an intriguing way, where it puts you in the shoes of the moment, of the events, and it had you believe in it. It had you do something more than just, play a game, which awesome. And yeah, man, AC just kind of will always be that to me, but and I think that's part of the reason as to why I still have not completed any of the RPG style Assassin's Creed games, just because I've tried it, I wanted to like it, but it's just doesn't feel the same. And I don't know if this game will finally do that, or if it'll just be another flop, but I'm there. I bought the collector's edition. I will be there. If this is the last fucking Assassin's Creed game ever made, then I'll own it physically, man, because that's what it means to me. So, with all that being said, I got a Hidden Blade to unbox, and you got a Hidden Blade to watch me unbox. So, we're gonna get ready to head out and do some fun with that. But hey, keep in mind all the fun things we've learned today, all the interesting little topics that we've been talking about, and if you have anything you want to discuss, feel free to drop it down in the comments. Be cool and just say, hey man, I heard you like Sanskrit. But aside from that, we're gonna get ready to wrap things up. We are looking forward to again doing that hitting blade, maybe in the weekdays. Oh, I have to go to the gym too. Shit. So I have to figure that one out. But for now, let's bring in the kid one more time. Is that a guitar? Wow. Does that work? Is that fine? You can fall off? Yeah, I do have to go back. Soka. Soka. Yosh. Ha. Ha. Soka. Soka lo. Meet you in the Soka lo. Quiero estar a un lado de ti. Quiero ser tu felicidad. Yosh. Ah. Oh, I forgot we're doing that. Okay. No le digan así. Whoa, what happened to the guy? Gonna wish this Sunday vibe. I'm pretty glad that nothing popped up too crazy. I say that now, but it's probably gonna go off. All these things I hear all around here. Trust in me. Jimmy, there you go. Alright. No? Ooh. I dropped my pick earlier. That's a burnt wick. Cute. They're cute. Alright. So, tell him, Brew. Whatever his name is. So. It's not tuned. It's tuned. I think the guitar tunes. think the kids. Dale, wanna go outside? You hear him? You heard that? Yuki. Wonder if you guys can hear that. Gotta put that in my mouth, friend. Okay, we're almost in. Let's go. Last one. Last ones. Alright. Give me your attention, baby. I'm gonna go open it. No one there. Yuki. Go. Alright, last one. Let's go, let's go. Oh, sorry, I'm distracted. I told you. Dogs are fun. Give me your attention, baby. I've got to tell you a little something about yourself. You're wonderful, flawless, ooh, you're a sexy lady. But you walk around here like you wanna be someone else. Oh, I know that you don't know it, but you're fine, so fine. Oh, girl, I'm gonna show you when you're mine, oh mine, mine treasure. That is what you are, honey, you're my golden star. You know you can make my wish come true if you let me treasure you. If you let me treasure. Oh, oh. Pretty girl, pretty girl, pretty girl, you should be smiling. A girl like you should never live so blue. Everything I see in my dreams wouldn't tell you that if it wasn't true. Oh, I know you don't know it, but you're fine, so fine. Wow, girl, when you're mine, oh mine. That is what you are, honey, you're my golden star. You can make my wish come true if you let me treasure you. If you let me treasure. Oh, oh. You are my treasure. 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 You are my treasure, you are treasure. That is what you are, honey, you're my golden star. You know you can make my wish come true if you let me treasure you. If you let me treasure. Oh, oh. Wanna go outside? Go outside. Do it one more time. Did you have something to say, friend? He's a cool guy. What was that? I can leave it be for like less than an hour. Where were we? See this shit? See this shit, Bert? No. Hey, no. Oh, that's what I was supposed to do. I can't sing this, but I'll try. And he's gonna stay outside now because I just need to finish this. Hey.よしよしよし日本語じゃねえかよし He obviously knows how to just freaking articulate. Jesus, which one out of the 21? Whoa. What are you gonna say to me? Wait. No, I know I'm on that. It's not even the right lever. No. This is the same, right? The fuck?夢はどこまではっきりと問いめてたのに大切なものを見つになったあの日交わした約束はできていた激しくはない低くないからたとえ二人なら夢見た夢から支えてもこの想い忘れなさいずっとせてけどってなんでゆるく思い出は外に流れ通い慣れた道歩め進んでも戻れない最初の嘘最後言葉 So you got the back. I go back. Jones in there. Something kind of that. Whoa. Then the things go down. Me. Stop that. Oh fuck. Donut. No more noise. So much that. And see what the group real to that. Oh no. Oh, down you got me shame. Wow. Yeah, I was right. Terrible. あの日交わした束はくれたってじっと激しくかない飛行のからたとえ二人並んでみて夢から支えてもこのもうそれがしみすと雪の日は勝手で明日今を Wow, it's a Sunday. And I think that as far as rapping goes, it's because I don't even know how the fucking flow on that goes. But I would like to try. And then there's no actual lyrics song for this shit, so rip, woe is me. Damn it. Oh. Do. Yeah, boss it. I haven't got it. Oh, it's the iPad over here. Come on, you need to the country need to. Oh! Sorry, you must have Whoa, this thing is off. No, fuck you. No. Wait a minute. That thing has a countdown and fucking stuff. No. So you got the buck. Let's go Maseka, Ganjo, need to get out there, consider the Karakan. Soma either started then to mud, yes, she did. Don't me that. So she could have got the cotton bone, Cheeto, sunset to Tino. Naga, Yoro, Hito, sunset towards that too. Kaito, oh, more the gas, so near me, Guru, she was sitting there, soup. What he could have done. Gone too long. You see me, no, me go around. I am like no melody, slow dance. There you go, something like that. Fucking stupid ass fuck. Alright. But aside from that, alright. I want to try that one. Flow is one of those songs that just really fucking impacted. We already talked about how Eureka 7 is. I would say officially the first anime that I actually saw that I was like, that's a fucking anime, and that is not American. Let's find out more. But just like any other thing, it all moves with time. So, with that one, ladies and gentlemen, I will bid thee a buenos dias, buenas noches, and a better week. But until then, good stuff. Hope you enjoyed yourself and hope you had fun. There's lots of things to do within the week, and you could be anywhere in the universe. And thanks for being cool and hanging out with us. But until then, it's been your voice. Call me Stitch. To EXP 66. Hasta la próxima. Ya. Mátane. At the will of Google. Whoop. Of YouTube's algorithm. Oh, already was the day.
Kiss your lips again. Whoa, whatever would I leave you, and the memories of us to see. I beg, don't leave me. Days a day you die regretting the time you lost. Many people without you here, many people to take over. Doesn't love just as office assisting here. Don't want to die alone without you, dear. Every far we have been through. No tears to get back home. Silence, you lost me. No chance to get back home.